Hello, welcome back. This video is part 2 of my full Cricut design space tour. So if you haven't watched part 1, the link is in the description. We have a ton of information to cover still, so let's dive right back in. Now let's go to the right side of the screen. You'll see my highlighted text shows that the letters and words are grouped. You know that because they move as one on the canvas, and the group selection here is grayed out. Here you have the selection to ungroup. This will separate all the words and letters so you can move them around individually. As you can see, all the letters are their own layer now, and you can manipulate them individually. We will go ahead and select all the letters and group them together again. And you can see here they are all under the same group. However, even though they're all grouped together, and you can see all of the layers, when I hit Make It, they appear all jumbled up. All of the letters are mixed up and not how they look on the canvas. So we'll go ahead and hit Cancel. If we want the letters to cut how they're shown here on the canvas, we'll make sure we select the group words and hit Attached here at the bottom. Now you can see the words are attached and under the same group. I'll go ahead and hit Make It again, and now the words are how I want them to be, all connected and attached. You can also hit Weld here at the bottom, and that will make the entire selection one image and one layer. Now, when you hit Make It, you'll see that it gives you the same results as it did when we just attached. Now, I'm going to go back and hit Undo. I'm going to detach this image and also ungroup them. I'm going to move these two letters close to each other so that they're touching. Then I'm going to select them all and hit Weld. Now these two letters will cut out as one. You can see these two letters are welded together and will cut as one piece now. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see closer how these two letters are joined as one. Now I'm going to hit the back button again. And now I'm going to hit Undo over here. Now we want to select everything and group them together and also hit Attach. This time, at the bottom here, I'm going to hit Flatten. When you flatten something, then it becomes one image and is ready for print to cut. You can see here it says Cut and Print. And also, you can see this little warning icon. If you click on the warning icon, you can see that it says the image is too large for print to cut. Print to cut images need to be 6.75 by 9.25 inches or smaller. So we'll go ahead and shrink our image down. We'll shrink this down to the size of maybe the smaller label up here. Now our image will be within that size limit for print to cut images. You can see the size up here where it shows you the width and the height. We hit Make It, and now it will take you through the print to cut options. I will have a different video for print to cut from start to finish here soon. I'm going to get out of here now and hit Cancel until I get back to the canvas. Now let's enlarge this image a little bit so we can see, and we are going to hit Unflatten so that it's no longer a print to cut image. And now there's another button up here where you can easily duplicate your image. You can also copy and paste, but that's a nice little handy button. And you can also use the button next to it to delete an image. Again, you can use the backspace key usually or delete, but there's a handy button here too to delete. There are two buttons on the bottom here that we haven't gone over, Slice and Contour. We'll start with Slice, and in order to use Slice you need two layers. We're going to choose a basic square shape, We'll unlock it and drag it to the size of our text. We'll bring it down so that we can have our text in front of the square, and you right click and move forward. We'll put that right on top of the box, and now we'll select both layers, and now we have our slice tool as an option. We'll click slice, and now we'll drag the square away, and you can see what happened was it cut the text out of the square. So now that square will cut and the letters inside will cut out of that square. That was your slice tool, and remember, you can only use slice with 2 layers. You cannot use the slice tool with more than 2 layers, and you need 2 layers to actually use the tool. Now we'll take a look at the contour selection. Go ahead and click contour. Here you can select portions of your image or text to turn the cut off. Here I'm making a few selections individually, or I can hide all contours. Once you make your selections of what you want to hide, you can click the X, and now you will not see them in your text or image. The last thing I want to show you is the color sync option here in the right. In order to show you, I'm going to put a random image in here. I'm going to go with this apple. Now you can see this apple has multiple layers and different colors. If you wanted all of this to be red and not have the brown or the black, you can go to color sync, and here you can just select the item that you want to sync, and I said red, so we'll bring this brown part and drag it to the red, and now you can see that that turned red. We'll do the same thing with this layer, and now you can see that that turned red. I know I said that was the last thing, but I actually want to show you how to start cutting your design after you have created it in Design Space. So there's my design, and here are all the layers that I have. Now they all say cut. They're all going to be layers that are cut, and I'm going to hit make it. Now you can see all of the layers are here. All of the mats are different colors because those are the colors that we have on Design Space. And here you can move an item around the mat in this screen. And you can also choose what mat size you want. There are many different options. And in this screen is where you will select mirror for when you're using heat transfer vinyl or iron-on, but you want to make sure that you turn on mirror for each layer. Here you can cut more than one copy. You can type in the number or use those arrows, and then you can see that we've duplicated our copies. And if you hit the 3 lines on top of an image there on the left, you can move that object actually to a different mat. So let's say I wanted this to be white instead. Now I can change this to the white mat, and it'll cut on the white instead of the gray. You can also hide this image if you decided you didn't want it. And down below you'll see one is hidden, and you can click on that and it'll go back right back to your mat if you want it back. Hit continue, and make sure that your machine is turned on, otherwise it will spin forever until it can find your machine. Once you're connected to your machine, you'll pick what material you are using. Here I have my favorites listed, but you'll go to browse all materials, and everything's kind of split up by the type of material. There are so many materials on here. That's why I tend to hit that favorite star on the right when I find one that I use often. So go ahead and look through this list and find your material you're working on. Usually I use premium vinyl, so I'll just select that. Here you can see the pressure that you can use. You can have it on default or more or less. The tools you're going to use here tells you to put the fine point blade in, clamp B, and it's telling you to load your mat and press the load button. Once your mat is loaded, you can press the flashing C button on your machine. Now I know that was a ton of information between both videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new in Cricut Design Space. I hope you feel more confident using your Cricut machine now. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you liked these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you hit that bell icon, then you will be notified when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and until next time.